Barev.
Barev, yes, Narmaki Narbeh. I have came to Glendale from Iran 7 months ago.
What is Narmak?
It's the best fucking place in the world. Yes, Narmak and Karmir Ferrari Kashum. We lived in a penthouse overlooking the Shah's palace. My father was the head chauffeur of the Shah. He studied electrical engineering in America, but he could not tell the difference between the letters B and C. My mother used to sew for the Queen. My uncle was the Shah's mechanic. He used to drive the Royal Bentley to Van Nack on the weekends, where he was known to be the best soccer player in the world at the time. He grew up playing soccer with current President Mahmoud. My aunt was part of the Shah's harem. She also sewed for Michael Jackson and would have his clothes airlifted by the Royal Air Force to be dropped over the Neverland Ranch in Santa Barbara. My brother-in-law did the Shah's accounting and my brother was the Shah's painter. My dad grew up playing tennis with Andre Agassi's dad and taught Andre's dad everything he knew about tennis.
Did you hear about the Shah's son?
Yes, I was deeply saddened by the whole event. My family was very close to the royals. My dad used to date the Shah's daughter, where they would go to Club Niavaran and eat chela kebab every Friday night. Once time the Shah took his Rolls Royce to my uncle for him to repair. My uncle told him he wouldn't charge him for the service. The Shah reached in his pocket and handed him a solid gold bar valued at 5 jillion to man.
Wow, Narbeh, you are very impressive, but what the fuck are you doing here then?
I just left Rafi's Kebab and am on my way to this place called Palm Springs, where I will join my cousins at the 6-story villa they rented by the strip.
What's Rafi's Kebab?
Rafi's Kebab is the most delicious kebab you'll ever eat. I eat there 7 times a week. I always upload pics to Facebook so that my friends will not suspect that I am really sitting home and eating hot soup paneer. I have eaten there so much that I am very close to that Mexican waiter who speaks Armenian and Farsi. After Rafi's Kebab I like to pull up to Lord's Pastry, where my ex-girlfriend would give me free handouts of eclairs.
That sounds very awesome.
Every time I go out, I get confused for an Italian or Greek actor. Women throw themselves at me because I am very attractive.
With your dark complexion and your kuchel bald head, you look more like a Turk.
After Palm Springs, I will be flying on a private jet to Las Vegas, where me and my brother Sarman are guests of the Malouf brothers. They are the owners of the Palms Casino. They always treat us to the Hugh Hefner Sky Villa. Last time I went to Las Vegas, I took Kim Kardashian out with me to Tao Beach Club. I left the place with a $174,194.35 tab. TMZ was following us the whole time.
Narbeh, you look very familiar. I think we know each other?
You may have noticed me in the yellow Lamborghini I drive around Glendale, from Brand Boulevard to Glen Oaks, then to the 2nd floor at Paradise Pastry where my sister works. I just got my car 2 weeks ago. I called Rusnak and asked them for a salesman who speaks Armenian. I told them although I do not have credit worth shit, I will bring $450,000 cash next week to pick up my car.
Narbeh, you are a fucking liar. You are in my ESL class at GCC and work at John's Supermarket, where you were in charge of collecting the shopping carts.
You may also know me as a brain surgeon. I work at the Memorial Hospital. I studied at Daneshka Tehran, which has better credentials than any school in the UC system. I had the highest score in the Concord test. I am known as a pillar to the community. At every dinner dance they announce my name, Norekats Narbeh, that I have donated $5,000 to whatever the cause may be.
No, you are a fucking liar. Your name was in the police reports section in the Glendale News Press last week for shoplifting women's underwear at TJ Maxx and lewd conduct in the restroom of Sidewalk Cafe. The closest you have ever gotten to being a celebrity was when you were featured in Javanin magazine in a hair transplant advertisement. At Grand Central Market, you looked up my sister's skirt in the Sangak line.
Sorry, you were right. The closest anyone in my family ever got to the Shah was when the Shah's security guards beat my dad up for looking in his direction in a parade in 1975. I have only ate at Rafi's place twice before, when I freeloaded off my Armenian-American cousin. When I go to Pacific Starbucks, I steal all the honey and Splenda I can get my hands on and take it back home to store, because the price of Spento will skyrocket one day. In my grandmother's village, We didn't have a heating system, so we would sleep next to the donkeys. So, do you wanna go to Chela Kebab sometime?